Picture of what happened when a trio of gunmen started shooting into a crowd outside of a concert in Northwest Miami-Dade.
22 people in all were shot. 2 sadly did not survive. Police calling the heinous crime a targeted act of violence. Daybreak showing the massive scope of that crime scene, and from Sky 10, we spotted at least 100 evidence markers on the ground.
Bless their hearts, family and friends of the victims overcome with emotion as they learned what happened to their loved ones. Our crews have been following this from the start, covering every angle of this developing story.
And that's right. Leanne Morejon is standing by at the hospital with the latest on the victims, but we do begin with Local 10's Ian Margol live at the scene to walk us through what happened. Ian, what have you learned?
We are going on 23 hours now, Sanella, for this investigation, because this happened just after midnight. Early this morning when this all started, families and loved ones of these victims have been out here at the scene desperate for more information. Police have been out here trying to piece it all together.
Right now our detectives have been working through the night processing this horrible scene.
A Memorial Day weekend mass shooting in this Northwest Miami-Dade shopping center. It happened right around midnight Saturday outside of the El Mula banquet hall, which apparently had been rented out for an album release party for rapper ABMG Spitta. Around midnight, when people started walking out of the venue, police say 3 men who had been waiting outside for about 40 minutes in a white Nissan Pathfinder got out and began shooting into the crowd.
And that's indicative of what I consider to be a targeted crime that was committed here. This was not random. This was targeted.
We're told some of the people in the crowd returned fire. Then the 3 men sped off in the Pathfinder and the gunfire finally stopped. But 22 people had been shot. Of them, 2 died on the scene and 3 more have critical injuries. Devastated family and friends of the victims began gathering at the scene early Sunday morning, and throughout the day, as crime scene tape crisscrossed the parking lot, detectives scoured the area for evidence, trying to figure out who the 3 shooters are.
The very first thing that we do on a major scene like this is try to identify as many witnesses as possible, as many videos as possible.
Retired Miami-Dade Police Major Ignacio Alvarez used to be the commander for this district and tells us that shopping center has given them trouble in the past.
It's an area that was an area of concern for us because you had constant calls to that area.
So, as police continue to work the scene, they're asking for the public's help with any information that could prevent this from happening again.
The ones that saw something or know something, they need to say something so that this stops. Because if not, these people are running around the streets with no fear, and it's got to stop.
So this evening, in response to all this, Miami-Dade State Attorney Catherine Fernandez-Rundle tweeted out that her gang prosecutors and investigators are working with Miami-Dade PD to identify those 3 shooters. And earlier in the day, businessman and TV personality Marcus Lemonis sent out this tweet saying he was offering a $100,000 reward for tips that lead to the arrest and conviction of the suspects, to try and urge people to come forward. In addition to that reward, there is another reward, the Crime Stoppers reward with the ATF, now up to $30,000 for information leading to an arrest. So if you do know anything that can help detectives, call Miami-Dade PD or call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. Live in Northwest Miami-Dade, I'm Ian Margol, Local 10 News.